It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
Hello, model citizens. Welcome to Humanity Junction. Tonight, we're going to have a little bit of a mishmash episode. I've got a lot of different things going on, and there are a couple of tasks here and there that I want to take care of, so I thought I'd bring you along for the adventure. We're going to update some inventory, maybe add a couple items to my JMRI roster, and I've got a little TCS throttle trick that I learned not too long ago that I was just thinking about the other day, and I was thinking I needed to update one of my throttles to activate it, and I figured I'd show it to everybody else because I'm probably not the only one that doesn't know about it. Andrew, Mr. McTovid wants to know, isn't every episode a mishmash? And probably. I think Don is jumping on that bandwagon as well. John's saying hello. We haven't done this in a while, and I know a lot of people are hanging out over with Wilmer, Indian Head Valley Railroad. We just had a little surprise gift giving to John from Schuylkill River Valley, who's always been a huge support of everyone's live streams and everyone's channels. And it was a gift that was in the making for a year and a half. So I'm going to do a little bit. Oh, wow. There's like, the list is short. I'm going to go through this list lickety split. Then we'll do the throttle. Then we'll add the inventory. Then we'll get into JMRI. But so far on the list of participants, the short list of participants, the dedicated, the devoted, top of the list, we got Anthony Dodge, the model train outsider, followed by Dave, BNSF, N-Scale, Devon McKenzie's here, Don Head's in the house, John Nipperberg is here, we got Lynn McCurdy in the High Desert Modular Model Railroad Club, Mike's Deep Run Railroad, Mini Prince in the house, Mr. Pictovid is here as well, Dennis from Otter Creek and Rio Grande, we got Thomas Grassi sneaking in, Bernard from Mini Prince coming in as well, John Train, BFGR, Allegheny, and Shinago Railroad is here as well. So Thank you all for coming. I see Ron's dropping in. We've got Mr. Piktovid dropping a $5 super chat to start off the evening. And with that, let's jump right in and see if I can't make a little bit of something work. So TCS throttles, I was at Dave Barraza's New York and Atlantic layout, and I was running a passenger train, and a passenger train runs on a time schedule. So I'm running through each station as they come, but all of a sudden his monitors that he has set up around the room, 2 of them went out, so I couldn't see the fast clock anymore. So I didn't know what time it was. And Dave said to me, well, don't you have the fast clock on your throttle? And I said, well, no, I don't. And he said, well, why don't we see if we can enable it? So not too long ago, I set up a fast clock through JMRI. Right now it's at 6 o'clock. We can hit run. It'll start rolling theoretically, hopefully. Maybe not. There it goes. Now it says 6:01. So as it rolls and as it goes through, it's all well and good that it's on there. But also, where am I going? I'm going here. On the throttle, we all have screens, and if we zoom in real close, you can see right there, 6:06 p.m., 6:07 p.m. now, same time showing on the throttle. And I thought this was the best little thing in the world. I don't know, it wasn't the best thing in the world, but what it is doing is it's taking, you can see here the TCS UWT50 is in my Y-throttle server, and the fast clock from JMRI is sending the information to the throttle. So I have it. So the question now is, how do you turn that on? Before we get to it, we'll jump back in. We have Mr. Dwight Curley with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. He says, you didn't say hi to me. I know, sometimes that happens. I read the hellos from a participant list that sometimes gets people, sometimes misses a couple, but yeah. Heath was wondering why he was always early. He who was always early. Oh, you're saying my fast clock is early. Yeah, it's kind of random. I mean, I just sort of started it, and it just sort of happens. So let's take a look. I've got another throttle here. We'll so this is the UWT50. You can see it up there. If we pull out this is the UWT100. Let's turn this sucker on. And if I follow the instructions, which I did look to find them, it says to enable the fast clock automatic display. And this is under the change log for release software version 2.4. So to enable fast clock automatic display, go to throttle settings, fast clock, show fast clock. So let's see. So we go here. And we go to settings, I think. Hit select. Throttle settings, let's try that. Select. And let's see if we get one that says fast clock. There we go, fast clock. Select. Show fast clock. We'll try that one. Select. Auto show clock. Select. Escape out of here. And now we've got the time. You can now see the time is actually on both of them, 6:38, which does match JMRI here. JMRI says 6:39 now, 6:40, they say 6:40. This also gives you an interesting view of the difference between the two LCDs. The LCD on the 100 is a better LCD that's on the 50. I'm not sure if the brightnesses are the same or not, but just kind of gives you a little bit of a comparison. What ratio is it set at? I don't know. Let's see if I can figure it out. Let's take a look. Panel Pro, let's see. Ops Pro, no. No. Panels, no. Tools. Let's try under Tools. Does anyone see a fast clock setting? Oh, here we go. Clocks. Set up fast clock. Looks like I'm running at 12 to 1. So part of why I'm running at 12 to 1 is that my theory being a 2-hour op session will go through a 24-hour time cycle. And my goal with the fast clock was that I would set it up to show the passage of time. Assuming a 2-hour session, you would see sunrise and sunset on the layout and get the complete cycle, the complete passing of time. I don't know if I'll stick with 12 to 1, but it's just what I happen to set up initially. I just point out as well, you can see here in the Y throttle window, you can see both the UWT50 and the UWT100 now all connected to Y throttle, and hence showing the correct time on the throttle. So if you don't have a fast clock set up and you don't want to put clocks all over, that would be one option. And you know what I don't know? I don't know, and I would guess that other throttles can do it as well. So if you know of another throttle that can do this, showing the fast clock on the display, let me know. And if I can, maybe I'll figure that out, and we'll take a look at that some other time. I like to, now that I know how you turn them off by menu 9 and they go off, which is nice. And if you have not seen them, James Brazel makes some UWT throttle holders that are really nice. And if you talk real sweet to him, he might even customize them for you. These are ones for the DNS, which is Filminat's layouts, and they fit both the 50 as well as the 100, same one. So yeah, I think Digitrax does as well. I'm just not completely sure. NCE I thought did as well. I think they pretty much all do. So my interface to JMRI, I have two different ones. The one that I am going to use tonight, the one that I have on my little setup right here, I have the PR4, the Digitrax PR4. The one that I use on the layout is the DR5000, has a USB port, so I just use that. Yeah, it might hold a DirecTV remote as well. Where does it say DNS? It says it on the side. Oop, too close. There we go. So it says the DNS. It's his railroad is a little bit the design, not the design of the railroad, but the design of the logo is a little bit like the, what is it, the Hudson and Delaware and Hudson, except it's the Delaware and Susquehanna instead. So how did you burn down your PR4? I don't know how that's possible. Although I think we talked about that. Or didn't you have like a video about it or something? I don't remember the whole story. Yeah, ops is something that like I really want to get into, but boy has it been kicking my butt just trying to get going with it. It's something. It's something else. But yeah, tonight I'm going to use the PR4, but before we get to that, what I thought I would do is trying to move some stuff out of the way. I've been working on my railroad. Now, I've been working on this list of inventory, and I went to a train shop when I was out in Colorado and got 4 cars, and I thought it would be a good idea to start dropping these 4 cars into the inventory. And go from there. So why not? Why not start with that? So we're gonna come here. I don't know why BLI. Why did I put? Oh, because they're Merry Christmas. I was like, why does that say that? All right, so we're gonna go here. I don't know if anybody can see this. It's probably so small you can't see it. Oh, really? A factory flaw. That is a sad story to some extent. Okay, so let's quickly add these cars, and then we'll get to the exciting stuff, which is Decoder Pro. So this is a Pennsylvania Railroad merchandise service car 30567. So we'll go 30567. You know, why don't we make this? Let's just make this bigger so everyone can see it. It is a boxcar. Is it a boxcar or is it a reefer? It is a boxcar. Which I'm calling all my boxcars XM, even though some aren't and some are. It's brown, basically. It is a 40-foot boxcar, so we're putting 40 foot here. The reason I'm keeping track of a lot of this stuff, this is what I used to print my car cards. So by putting this information in here, it just gives me a way to quickly keep track of, well, one, when I go to buy stuff, which I tend to do when I'm not, or I should say, this is so I don't buy any duplicates. Merchandise service, it pops right up. Anyone know the year? Let's see. This car represents one of the merchandise paint schemes by the PRR, 1948, rebuilt in December of 1948. So we'll put 1948 as the year. I do know what I need to start doing though, and I just can't see it, but I know there's a build date somewhere on here. One of these days I'll actually get out like my Optivisor or something, and you know, maybe I'll look into what the actual build dates are, but in the meantime, we're not going to do that. Road name, Pennsylvania. It is a 40-foot standard boxcar, 40 foot. Let's see, it should fill in standard boxcar with single door. I do have a thing where I went back and made these all standard, but for now they're not. I'm going to say it's on shelf number 1, which is basically just means that it's up behind me. Nothing special about it. It is a Microtrains car. The Microtrains number is 266. The reason I'm putting in the Microtrains numbers and the Microtrains information is that it allows me, when I am in a shop looking to buy stuff, it allows me to just stick the part number in and be able to quickly find stuff. Retail price, these cases are older, don't have retail prices, but they do have Rocky Mountain, what is it called, Train Shop? What was the date? Anyone that was in Colorado, what was the date we went to the Rocky Mountain Train Shop? This isn't Axis, this is just Excel. Yeah, I just do all this database stuff in Excel. At the end of the day, I mean, I can make charts and everything out of Excel. Excel, it's just Excel. Purchase price was $18, so I'm going to put that in there as $18. And the last thing I guess I just need is the purchase date. We'll see. Somebody will probably remember the purchase date when we were at the Rocky Mountain Train Show. This other one I like, Mandan Turkeys. Oh, this actually has, there might be a price under here. Let's find out before we go on. Let's see if there is a retail price on the bottom of this. We will look. Nope, there's not. I thought there might be. This one has it, and these look like they're similar in year, but this one is older, so it doesn't have the retail price on the bottom. But we tried, didn't work out. So we'll pop that back in there. does say at one point it was 13, one point it was 13.15. That was a better price. That's probably, that may be the original price. It says Microtrain sticker price tag on it. It could have originally been 13.15. Let's write that down as the original price. I don't know if that's true or not, but all right, nobody's come up with the date yet. I used Axis a little bit for work at one point in time, and I just, not my favorite in the world. All right, so here we are. Let's see, MCPX 2000. So MCPX 2000 should be a reefer. Yes, it is. Reefer. REE. All right, what is the code for reefer? Who knows? Who remembers? Let's see. Where do I have a reefer? Here we go, reefer. Apparently, I just put it in as an R. 519.23. All right, we'll try that. 519.23. That sounds like that sounds like a close enough date for all of us. 519.23. 5/. The other reason I guess that I am doing this, RS is reefer. There are so many different kinds of reefers. I wasn't sure like what codes to use. So like for passenger cars, I just went with B. Different passenger cars are B something. Box cars are actually not all XM. They're all different things. I don't know. Is RS the general thing for RS the general for all reefers? Power Throw, this is an item I got off of Amazon. It's a two-way one. I do have a switch. I can't find it right now, but I have a switch. The goal is eventually that I will have the PR4, the DB150, as well as the ESU Loc Programmer all on a rotary switch. So I can use any of them with this setup. Right now, I don't. So it is what it is. That's all it is. Reefer with ice hatches. This is a 36-foot wood sheathed ice reefer. So we're going to say this is 36. We're going to say this is yellow. We're going to put Mandan Turkey. MANDANTURKEYS. Let's see what the year might be. The year it has on it is built in 1927. How did HO track find its way into your route? You know I've got HO stuff. This is HO right here. This is HO. I don't know if you can see that, but that is definitely HO stuff as well. I thought you got more than that. We were out there. No, just these four. I made it out there fairly unscathed. So does anybody know the company that is MCPX? Oh, it's Mandan Creamery and Produce Company. Had their own cars apparently. Mandan. Let's go back to here. Mandan Creamery. You guys can all see how terrible I type and how many mistakes I make. Company. And it is a 36-foot, what did I say it was? 36-foot wood sheathed ice reefer. And we'll go over this way a little bit. It's also going to go up on this shelf. Shelf number 1. It's also micro trains. It is also, okay, this is a whole big number, 058 00090 and 2430. And same date, 519. We can just copy these because that's what we do. And it is $15. In my freezer jammies. I already ate my ice cream. Oh, I want some ice cream. Can I have some ice cream too? These don't have cars, or these don't have boxes, so these will be a little harder. I'll probably just come back and fill these in for the most part later. But while we're here, might as well put in at least some of the information. URT is what number? 18301. The hardest time like remembering things. This is also a reefer. I mean, I guess it's also a 36-foot reefer. Yeah, it looks like it. Reefer 36, yellow. And I also wonder, I'm curious, some of the brew cars from Microtrains are actually, they sometimes go for a lot of money, sometimes they go for cheap. I'm curious if this is one of the ones that's, like, was this one in a set? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is. So let's see, Edelweiss, Adelweiss. No year because I don't know what it is. I don't know what that is. I'm going to guess it's a 36-foot sheathed ice reefer as well. We'll copy some of this info straight down because I'm sure it does. Purchased for $16. Don't have the part number. I'm sure I can look it up, but we will do it later. Did Intermountain a bunch of these old yellow ones? I have a bunch of the old yellow ones from Microtrains, but I do not have any from Intermountain. I just realized I was covering part of this up. We're going to go backwards on this one. This one I got just because I like pacemaker stuff. And it is a TOFC, I believe it is. Lots of useful and not so useful information. I like not so useful information. I am a big fan of useless information. It is high on my list. And I keep knocking it off and I keep trying to get it back. Okay, let's forget about that. So it was only $8. I mean, how could I not get this for $8, right? I mean, I feel like that's almost a steal. Oh, yep, everyone don't forget. It is John from Schuylkill River Valley's birthday. So refrigerator brine cooled. So what is RS then? If RA is refrigerator brine cooled, what is RS? And that's where I just get very confused is all the different codes for everything. Yeah, see, I mean, RP, RPA, RPB, like how do you figure out which one to use? TOFC, we're gonna say this is New York Central, and we're working our way backwards, and it's a pacemaker. And it is, I don't know, I never know what color when it's multicolored like this. I never know whether to make it red, make it brown, make it red, or not brown, but gray. Red/gray. Do you spell gray Gray or Grey? Flat car I've just put as FM I guess is what I put, but see, FM is not right for a TOFC. I know that much. Let's see, can I see the number on this car? I do not think I can see the number on this car at all. 506 something, I think. It's 506 something. We'll figure it out. Some other adventure, some other time, some other world. So this is my inventory. The other thing that I am looking to do is I do want to get some, FC is flat car trailer service, not FM. What is FM? I don't know where I got that one from, but flat car trailer, TR8 trailer service. I'll go on Trove Star and find these and add in the additional information at some point. The color is always AY, isn't it? The name could be, oh, EY. Oh, is that what it is? The color is always AY? Name could be EY. So like Grey's Anatomy is GREY. The color is always GRAY. Looks like Ray Arnott is agreeing as well. I put a link in chat. Did you? Oh, you should be able to post the link. You're a moderator. I don't see the link. Oh, the Jay Britton link? This link? Oh boy. Yeah, that's just too many codes. Like, how do you pick which one to use? Right? That's all the flat cars right there. And I'm sure if we went and looked at the box cars, oh, this one actually doesn't have that many box cars, but there's all kinds of box cars too. And I don't know how people pick which one is which. That's why I kind of just clicked everything as XM. I know I'm sure they're different, but we'll see. That's your guess that AY is for the color? Yeah, I really have absolutely no idea. But so the other reason I'm kind of doing this as well is a little bit for insurance reasons and stuff like that. What I learned is you can go to and, you know, do this carefully. Don't go willy-nilly about this. But you can go to eBay and you could request your download history from eBay. So that's what this is. That's what this list is my download history from eBay. And I want to go through and pull out pick by scale, because unfortunately for some reason I have many different scales. But then the manufacturer and part number as well. And then what I'll do is I'll do a VLOOKUP and I'll bring in the price and stuff that I paid over into my inventory sheet. And then I'll have a good list for insurance. And I'll have a good list for, you know, that unfortunate time when that happens as well. So I see somebody mentioned an Optivisor, but I missed it. I forget what we were talking about. CSS colors can be gray or gray. See, now, Joey, you just ruined it for me. I thought I had it all figured out, but now that they can be either, everyone's saying yes. I forget what the question was. Gray is more common across the pond, not as much here. I'm assuming by pond you mean the big one. David's driving home, probably from the Rocky Mountain Train Show. You missed it. I was just adding my items. Holy stinky, that's a lot of eBay. This is how many years of eBay? It's 4 years of eBay. So yeah, it goes from 2023 to, I think it's 2019. So yeah, that's why I say, you know, do it at your own risk. It is it's a big list. Oh, you're trying to read the number on my flat car. Oh, you know, I do actually have, I forgot that I had these. I have these right here. I could actually do this. I think part of the number is actually cut off. 506. 506184. So if anyone looks up New York Central 506184, what comes up? 506. Now I gotta go down here. 184. Oh, so the other thing that I'm doing that I didn't do here is if it's got a car card, I have a Y next to it. If I need to print a car card, it has a P next to it. And if I don't plan on making a car card for it, I'm just leaving it blank. And that's the way I can kind of figure out as well. Did he hide the cost column? How many locomotives in there? Not very many. If we go here, are you talking about in this list or in the eBay list, Joey? But in this list, there are in this list, these are all the locomotives in my inventory list. So I've got a lot of locomotives to add to the inventory list, but I do have, let's go save, why not, because I'm not sure. I do have in the roster, I actually have more locomotives in here than in inventory. So I do need to cross-reference them. Not buying duplicate locomotives is a little easier for me than not buying duplicate boxcars. I get, like, I see a boxcar like this, like Edelweiss Brewing boxcar, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, I need to get that. I have no idea if I actually have it already or not, so. James, what of yours are in box? You talking about your locomotives? So what I'm going to try and do right now is the other thing that I like about these throttles. Let's just look at this real quick too. I don't know if this is a Y throttle thing or how it does it, but it does it with all these throttles. So I don't know. But when you hit the locomotive number, let's zoom in. Oop, sorry. Zoom out. There you go. When you hit, let's grab the other one. Come on. Let's do this with the nice one. So press and hold. There it goes, comes on. And it's flashing an error code. This is what happens if you have an error with your TCS throttle. So that flash means something. Great. Who knows what I did wrong? Let's see if it comes back up. There we go. Press 2 to start. Well, it was not happy with me about something, that's for darn sure. When you hit the locomotive button, you can see all the locomotives actually come up. These are all of the ones that I have in JMRI in the roster. They come up, they pop up. So what I want to do is add a couple of more items in there. So yeah. Only on a live stream is it the power throw. Are you asking if my throttle issue was the power throw? Probably didn't have, would it have to do with the fast clock? I doubt it. It's still showing the fast clock okay. So if we want to take a look, let's see if we can figure it out. TCS error codes. Is it, I probably should go to the throttle first, right? TCS UWT error codes. Alright, so let's see. First time setup, throttle reset, accessory yard mode. Does anyone see where it says anywhere? Here we go. Technical support, maybe? Nope. That's not what I wanted. Power on, power off, connecting, adding, first time setup, connection issues? There are two, no. So somewhere in here, it tells you what the different flashes mean. And they don't flash blue just for you. No. I don't know where the information is. Yard mode, throttle reset. I mean, would it be down here? Throttle reset. I don't know where to find the error codes. Now I'm frustrated because I can't find them, and now I want to find them. UWT error codes. Create the page. No, I don't want to create the page. Oh, well. Watch Steve's Trains. I don't know if you know Steve's Trains, but he does a lot of like micro layouts and stuff. He just did a video where he talked about wiring his up with DC, and he had some interesting issues, to say the least, with DC stuff. But yeah, I mean, I get it, right? I mean, you need to. There is a little bit of extra stuff you have to go through sometimes for DCC stuff, but in my mind, it is absolutely worth it. I'm not. Let's see. Getting started. Connection issues. Warranty. Huh. I don't know. I don't know why this is hard to find. You would think that you'd think the error codes would be pretty straightforward. Yeah. Yeah, but like once you get it locked in, I find it so fun. I just find it fun. This is most of the time true. I got into switching some CVs because I really want to get into the using the brake for operations. I really like it. I've used it on a couple different layouts, and I find it really fun. But yeah, you don't need to. DCC can be as complicated or as simple as you want it to be. It really, at the end of the day, it's up to you. Just like anything, I guess, right? I mean, you make things as complicated or as simple as you want. So I know this locomotive is not in my roster, but I have it on the layout quite frequently. I do need to throw my switch. You can maybe make out there's no green light there. When I throw the switch, the green light comes on. That's how I know I have power. We're going to go new loco, read type from decoder, and you can see it very quickly reads the decoder, and it also reads the address here. So we're just going to, please fill in the ID first. So the ID is going to be 1943 UP because it's a Union Pacific, and that's it. Now it's in the roster here. 1943. Oh, I'm doing it and I'm not showing the screen. 1943 UP. So now if I go back to the throttle, theoretically, if I do this 1943 and it didn't come up because it probably needs to reconnect or save or something of that nature. Let's try restart. Oh, let's try restarting it. I'm curious how quickly it takes to add it. I might be the only one, but let's see. So it's connected. Now I come here. There you go. 1943. Let's see it. See it. Maybe you can see it. There we go. 1943 UP. So I just added that into the roster in JMRI, and right away, pretty much right away. I mean, it was, decent amount of time. Just had to restart, and it popped in. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get that into the roster, so that pops up. And I've also got all of the locomotives that are in the inventory are actually not in the roster. So I'm gonna grab a couple. Actually, these 301s should be in the roster. Yeah, 301, 303, but 302 is not in the roster. Oh, zoom out. So I'm gonna add 302 to the roster as well. Again, just go new loco, read type from decoder, and hopefully it's gonna figure it out. There we go. No such decoder defined. Let's try it again. Huh. Interesting. Huh. Now it thinks it's an LGB decoder. That is not right. Ooh, did you get a purple hat? I've seen, there's a guy that does videos on IOTT stuff for model railroading that's using a purple hat. That's pretty interesting. I'm working on getting my loco speed profiled using the purple hat from the IOTT. Yeah, there you go. Do you have the purple hat? Did you buy it? Do you have it set up? Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's my fear a little bit, is once I start tweaking things, I may be tweaking things for hours and hours and forever. So this is not happy right now. I'm going to close this. We're going to close this and we're going to reopen it. The reason I'm closing and reopening it is because I am... sometimes things get a little wonky, and I found closing and reopening seems to help. We'll see if it actually works this time. This is actually connected to a computer across the room, and I am actually remoting into it. I'm not local to the computer. I wonder why it keeps saying that. No manufacturer defined. Oh, so Mike does have it. Yeah, I definitely don't have hours and hours, but boy, do I go down the rabbit hole quite frequently with various different things. So this should be a Lokesound Select Direct Micro. So let's just find it and stick with that. So ESU Lokesound Select Direct Micro. Long address is actually 302. Let's just go. And the only reason I'm really doing this is to put these into JMRI. I'm not reading the decoders in JMRI or any of that kind of stuff. All of these decoders are ESU. So with all of these, I am putting them into the with the ESU Lokesound programmer. I just don't have the time to let JMRI read everything. Just not gonna do it. If people don't know, second section is coming on tonight at 9 o'clock, so I am definitely going to jump off when they come on. But in the meantime, hey, should we do this one? This is a train that I actually kind of want to run at some point. It is it's an Amtrak GEP 42 Genesis that's got ESU Lokesound in it. You got in under the wire, but you could always watch it later too. Everything's an option. This is the only Amtrak that I got with the Lokesound decoder. The other ones that I have are just the Digitrax DCC decoders. They're so much cheaper. So much cheaper. Oh, let's take this off. This is number 46, celebrating 40 years. And I just realized I did all that, and so this is the locomotive that I'm putting on there. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? That would be really nice. All right, Mike says you glue magnets to the axle of the car that can carry the purple hat. The hat measures the pulses, and he has software that measures the distance traveled based on wheel diameter. I'd be curious to see how well it works. I like the idea. I've seen his video of it, and it's definitely pretty cool. All right, this one's reading a little better. You can go here. So it says it's a Loxound 5 Nano DCC. Short address of 46. I don't know what long address is. Let's see if we can make it 0046. And we're going to make this 46. Ooh, 46. Amtrak's like AMK, I think. Does anyone know? So long address is now 46, short address is now 46, but it should be using long address now, and now I've got it saved. So simple, just putting them in, just to kind of get them listed, so I don't forget about them. I'm actually not sure. I don't remember if this guy is in my inventory list or not. I may need to add this one to inventory. Mike, I would love it if you did a video on it. That would be really cool. A lot of people are like, we don't know what he's talking about. Is it 4 or is it 3? I went through this actually with I went through it with this AMTK. You're right, because here are the 3 and the 3 that I have in my inventory. Oh, let's see. Move it over here. Yeah, so it's AMTK. AMTK. Thank you for that. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Thumbs up definitely helps. Looks like we're at 35 right now, so everyone that's here has either hit the thumbs up or somebody before them has hit the thumbs up. Should we try adding the other Amtrak ones that I got? So the other 2 Amtraks that I got are the Operation Lifesaver one, which is this guy here. And this has a Digitrax decoder in it. I just think this is just I just think that's a great looking locomotive. Adam Cruz actually bought this locomotive when we were at a train shop, Choo Choo R Us, when we were out in Colorado. He was wearing the shirt when we walked into the train store, and he walked out with the locomotive to go along with the shirt. So this is number 203. Yeah, it's not going to be addressed. That is for sure. All right, so let's go here, new loco, retype from decoder, and it did read it, but it doesn't know which one it is. It knows it's a Digitrax decoder, but it can't figure it out. So the cover, or not the cover, but when I bought it, it actually came with the information. It says it's a DN163K0A. So DN163, DN160, I don't see a DN163. Oh, here we go. DN163K0, what was it? DN163K0, K0A. Is that right? That's it. Excuse me while I sneeze. Okay, so that's the decoder. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't want to do that, but that's okay. Okay. New loco ID, we're going to call this 203 AMTK, as we found out. I'm not going to worry about the other stuff right now. I'll save it to the roster, though. But then we're going to go into basic. We're going to set the long to 203. And we're going to write changes on sheet. and now it should be addressed to 203, hopefully. Maybe not. We'll find out, but we're going to go back to the roster entry, hit save to roster, close it, and now I should have, there we go, 203 Amtrak. So one more down. We'll do one more tonight, and then I will hang up my hat, and I will post, here, I'll post the link now, just in case people are curious. This is this will be the link to second section that's going to pop up. I forget who he's got on, but it's I believe an N-scale modeler, if I'm not mistaken. So this is 108, and we're going to pop this on as well. Yeah. Yes, Tim, it is John's birthday today, in this week. I think we should celebrate John's birthday this entire week. Maybe on everybody's channel we can celebrate it and just keep the party going. Read type from Decoder. So what did we say? DN163KOA. So this guy here, long address. We want the long address to be 108. 108. So we're going to do this here. Go 108. 108. AMTK. We're going to hit, oh, it is on. We're going to write this and then also save it to the roster. So now that we've saved it to the roster, if we go over to here, oh, there it goes again. Boy, it would be nice if I could find the thing to look up that code to see what that meant. Because I don't know what that code means. So it's like 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. Ah, so it's 313. So if anybody knows the code for 313 for a UWT throttle, let me know, because I'm very, very curious. But what I'm trying to do is, let's see if we can get this to come on this time. Here we go. That time it skipped over the error. And now if I go locomotive here and we start scrolling down, we should see there's 108 Amtrak. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So there's 108, which is the one we just added. We also, there's 203 that we added tonight. And then we've added 46, which I guess is up here in the 46s. So there you go. They add pretty quickly. It all works out. I do want to thank the people that are here, that are supporters of the channel and all of that stuff. I'm going to play the thank you video, and then when that's done, I'm going to play the end. I'm also going to post the link again for second section so that we can all head over there and see what those guys are up to. So from the city that never sleeps, farewell, model citizens.
It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity.